Hello everyone, let's solve another practice paper for MS Access and MS Excel. Let's start with solving the first task. So we have to check on a desktop folder for the resource file. I have already opened it and look at the file called as name vessels. You can see here the file is right here. Now we have to rename the file. As I told you earlier, to rename the file in Windows 11 you can see the rename option at the top itself. If you can't see it, simply right click, show more options and click on rename. Please rename it with your name. Make sure you are adding it a name correctly because that's having marks. Here one mark if you notice. So this exactly needs to be there the way it is asked. So let's open a database that we have just renamed. Double click on it. You can see the file of table over here. It will not open on its own. You just need to either double click or right click and click on open. You can see the table is right here. Now the first thing, it is asking me to insert a new field. Now in this particular data sheet view, you will not able to add a new field. So we'll go to the design view from the home tab. Now in a home tab, at a new row, you can write yacht ID. Now here it is telling me to set a data type as auto number. You know that the auto number data type will make the numbers on its own, will add it on its own. You don't have to type anything. That's the purpose of auto number. So you just need to click on the drop down menu and look for auto number. It will automatically add on its own the numbering. You are not supposed to add. That's the purpose of auto number. Now once it's done, it is also asking me to set that particular field as a primary key. Of course it's a auto number, so it will not have any duplication over there. At the top you can see primary key and then save. It's very important for you to save the table at multiple times because that's what asked in database, and also if it is not, it will show you the pop-up to save the table. Now once it's done, close the table, because when we are creating a form or a query, it will give you an error that this particular table is open. So before you start solving the next step, you need to make sure that you close the table. Now here it is asking me to create a form based on this particular vessel table only. Click on create form wizard. Now let's see, it is telling me all the fields. So let's click on double arrow, click on next. There is nowhere mentioned. By default we take this particular format. Let's see for the name. So here the form name is European yacht available. Click on modify. Always click on modify because some or the other thing they are asking you in a paper to make that changes. So click on finish. Now you can see it's available. Now format the form title. Now here the title, it is asking me to change the background color, not the header. So I'll go to form title, select, click on format, background color as green, text color as white with bold and underline. So text color, I'll change it to white, bold, underline. That's it. It is not asking me to make any other changes. Make sure the position of the title should be in a center. So I'll make it in a center. For me, by looking into its center, it's fine. If a little bit left or right, it's completely okay. Insert an image. Now to insert an image, click on, do not click on this. It's a background image. We are not supposed to insert a background image. We are supposed to insert a logo. So either you can click on the logo or you can simply click on insert image, click on browse on the same folder that you have just seen on the desktop. You can see a image called image of an anchor. Select, it's on the left hand side. So this is the title, this is the left hand side of the title, and done. That's it. Now once it's done, again as I told you, once the step is done, click on save. Please note, it is the next step. It is asking me to enter a new record with the help of form. Do not write over here. This view, if you can see, it's a design view. In design view, you cannot enter any of the record. To enter a record, you need to click on a form view. Now you can see total record in the bottom is total 680. Total 680 records are there. We need to enter a new record. So this will take you to the next. This will take you to the last record. And next to it, you can see an arrow with a star. It's called help you out with the new record. Now in a new record, first is yacht name, manufacturer, and enter all the detail whatever it is given in your paper. Now if you have seen, the data is entered here. It has asked me the crude as no. Now no means I don't have to check the box. If I'll check, that means it's yes. If you notice here, for the yacht IDs automatically come record number as 681 because we have set it a data type as auto number. Now once you are done, click on save and just click on close. Now here you have to remember that whenever you are entering or whenever you are working with the table, you have to look for the data type. So it will be easy for you when you are working into it for query that based on the data type you are supposed to write a criteria that you have to keep it in mind. So let's see whether the entered record is available in the table or not. So I'll go to the datasheet view, press Ctrl F. I'll look for Western Star. That was the first thing it was given as your name. Now here, if I'll select current field, it will only look with the field which is selected right now. It will be difficult for you to look for the data because total record are 681 now. Now instead of that, you have to click on look in current document. This entire table, it needs to look into it in order to check whether it is working correctly or not, or whether your record is there in the table or not. Click on find next. Now if you notice, the record is there with 681. Here it is. So this is the way you need to search for any of the record which you are entering either through form or through any other thing. Make sure you choose this current document. Okay, now let's move on to the next step. Next step, it is telling me to produce a query. So let's go to create and query wizard. Simple query wizard. Okay, now which table? It is telling me the vessel table. Here if you see, the vessel table is only there. We have not created any other query, so it will not be showing into it. Shows only fields where first is yacht name, tada, manufacturer, okay, built, yep, length. Now how can I shift between two windows quickly? So simple shortcut key to do it is Alter tab. When you press a Alter tab, whichever your previous window, it will quickly take you to that particular window. Previous and back. Sorry, previous and next window. So it will be, you don't have to use a mouse. With the keyboard only you can work faster. Then beam and marine. Beam and marina. That's it. That these three things are not there. So I'm not adding into a query. Click on next. Now that's it. Let's see. It needs asking me to save a table as European yachts. So I'll go to detail, click on next. Here it is again important for you to add a query table as the correct name because it again is having marks in the paper. Click on a modify and click on finish. Now here we have a design view of this thing. I'll simply drag it up so it will be easy for you to see what I'm typing. First it is telling me yacht name record after letter J. After means it starts with KLMN like that way. So I'll go to greater than double quote J. Now here I wanted to show you something. So it's after J greater than means it's KLMN and run. When I run, it will also add a record of J over here, which I don't want as per the condition. It is not telling me J and after. It's telling me after letter J. So here in a database, when you are writing this particular letter, it's also considering that letter while executing a query. That's the way how database query is working. So instead of J, I'll write here K. So to confuse you, the teacher can add this particular stuff. So I'll write greater than K and let's run and check. Now you cannot see any record of J. I can see K. I can't see any J. Total 373 record are here. Okay, I'll just delete. Please make sure you are writing in the criteria only. Now crude as no. Oh, I did not add that particular field over there. So in that case, this field is not visible in the table, but it's there for the criteria. Click on the drop down menu, choose crude. First step you have to do is uncheck because it's not there. Now if you have noticed, crude is yes and no field, that is boolean. When we are talking about a data type as a boolean, you are not supposed to add a double quote. Here crude as no. So if I'll show you, if I'll write no in a double quote and I'll go on the next and I'll run, it will give me an error as data type mismatch, because this data type is clearly stated either the field as yes or no, where you don't need any of the text. So click OK, and here without double quote write no. That's it. Build tier between. Now there are two ways you can write here: greater than 2010 and less than 2013. Greater than equal to, sorry, because it should be including 2010 and 2013. Instead of it, you can write in a built as between 2010 and 2013. This is one way to type. This is one way to write. The other way, as I told you, you can write greater than equal to 2010 and less than equal to 2013. Again, it is not required in double quote because the field is numbered data type. Okay, so both the ways are correct. If you want, you can try it at home and check. Sort the data into the ascending order of your name. Sort, ascending, that's it. And descending order of build. So first is ascending and build in descending. Okay, save and I'll run. So total record is 70. I can see 2010 record also, 2013 record also, and start with K. So our purpose is completely solved over here, and you have done with your database. Please make sure that once you are done, click on save at the top. You already saved it once, so you don't have to save it again. Thank you very much, everyone.